Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to the channel, whichever way the situation may be. Title suggests in today's video we will be showing you how to install Windows 11 on an AMD Ryzen system. I will be going in and showing you how to create the bootable Windows flash drive where you can install Windows 11. We'll be showing you the processes of installing Windows 11, and I'll give you my first impression of Windows 11 at a glance. Now I hit it lucky with the system that I'm using today. I'm using the Gigabyte Aorus Pro B550 motherboard. I'm using a Ryzen 5 5600G with integrated graphics. I'm running a 512 gig NVMe hard drive with 16 gigs of G-Skilled Ripjaw series RAM. Well, why did I say I hit it lucky with this? This motherboard, when I went into Windows 10 update, it told me it was already compatible with Windows 11, which don't sound like it's a big deal, but it can be. I think a lot of people is going to be hitting a brick wall with this. Let me flip you over here on my desktop and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright guys, here we are on the desktop, and I run an X470 motherboard. When you pull up your Windows update, over here on the right hand side, it says this PC does not currently meet the minimum system requirements to run Windows 11. Okay, you gotta get this PC health checker from Microsoft. You gotta download this. Okay, go in your download folder, hit save. We'll go down here and hit open. That way it opens it up. We'll get rid of this, and we can get rid of this one too. We don't need that. Alright, you end up with this PC health at a glance. Of course, it's got the introduction to Windows 11. Hit this here button right here, says check now. And it tells you right there, this PC does not currently meet Windows 11 system requirements. TPM 2.0 must be supported and enabled on this PC. I didn't have this on the B550 chipset, but on this one here, on my X470 motherboard that I run in my personal rig, you'll have to go into the BIOS and you'll have to turn this TPM and get it turned on to be able to install Windows 11 on your system. Now this is going to vary from motherboard to motherboard, probably even motherboard manufacturer, It just all depends on the motherboard that you got. If I get enough requests, if you'd like to see me do a video on how to get that fixed where you can install Windows 11 on these motherboards, put it in the comment section below. If I get enough requests, I'll do a video on how to get that turned on where you can upgrade to Windows 11. So let's flip you over here and we'll show you how to get Windows 11 on a bootable flash drive and how to install Windows 11. And I'll give you my first impressions of Windows 11 at a glance. Alright everyone, like I said in the intro, we're going to be putting Windows 11 on this AMD Ryzen system. As you can tell right here, we'll pull up File Manager. And I do already have a flash drive installed before we can do Windows 11. Something we can download the ISO or make the flash drive to where it can boot up to Windows 11. But first thing we got to do, being a Ryzen system, we need to go into the update for Windows 10, and it says this PC can run Windows 11. Great news, your PC meets the minimum system requirements for Windows 11. Alright guys, now since we've seen that the computer is compatible with Windows 11, we don't have to go into BIOS and change anything, which kind of surprises me. So we're going to go into Google, and up here at the top, I've done typed it in once. We're going to go to Windows 11 download. You can use whichever web browser you feel best, but I use Google Chrome. We need to find the one from Microsoft itself. Down here, the second link down, it says www.microsoft.com software download. That's what we need. We need to download Windows 11. Okay, you need the second link down here. It says create Windows 11 installation media. So you hit the download button. Let it do its thing here. We're going to open it up. There we go. I'm going to hit yes. And we should be able to close the window in the background. We shouldn't need that no more. And of course you have to accept the license and terms. Getting a few things ready. Once I show you how the steps of getting this thing ready, I'm not going to make you sit through the whole process. Use the recommended options for this PC. This is the PC that I'm putting it on. But we do want English and we do want Windows 11. So we're going to hit next. We want it on the USB flash drive. It needs to be at least 8 gigs, which mine is. You're going to hit next. And it says no label. Number D, which I showed you before in the file manager, that mine is listed as drive D. And you're going to hit next. and you're going to let it do its thing. You're just going to sit back and watch it, which I'll cut a lot of this out. I don't think you guys want to sit here for all this time watching this thing do nothing. Alright everyone, now we're on the last 1% of getting everything ready, so hopefully it'll be finished up here soon. Since I cut the rest of it out, I guess I'll show you this last 1% if it don't take too long here. Alright, we're almost done. There we go. Your USB flash drive is ready. Alright, so you go down here and click finish. Alright, now our flash drive should be ready. Open up File Manager. Go down here to USB. And there should be everything that we need. Alright guys, now since we got the flash drive all done up and finished up, we're going to get into the BIOS here. Go down, hit power. Go up and hit restart. And once you hit restart, you can it's usually either F12 to get into your boot menu depending on your motherboard, or you can just tap delete and get into your BIOS. So we're going to see if we can get into one or the other here. Alright, there you go. I was tapping F12. And I got into the boot up menu, and from this point here, if you tap F12 or if you get into your boot up menu, which you don't want this one because that is off the M.2 PCIe SSD, so that would just boot you right back into Windows. Mine is listed as a UEFI generic flash drive 8.07 partition 1. This is the one that you'd want to click, and you could start reading off the flash drive. The other way is to tap delete when you start resetting the computer, which should take you into the BIOS, which I'll show you now. Alright, now we're in the BIOS. You want to come over here to advanced mode. Alright, you want to come up here to the boot menu. And then you want to take this top one, double click on it, and put it down here on our UEFI generic flash drive 8.07 partition 1, just like I showed you in the previous screen. Double click on that and it'll pop up at the top. Then you go up, you can hit F10, which will bring up your save and exit configuration. You hit yes, or you go up here and hit save and exit, and hit yes. And it should reboot, and it should start booting off that flash drive at this point. Alright guys, once the computer reboots, this looks just like Windows 10 actually. This is the window that it comes up to once it reboots. You may actually have to turn the computer off and restart it from a cold boot to be able to get into this window. Alright, this is like Windows 10. You hit next. You hit install now. Setup is starting. I don't have a product key. Windows 11. I usually go Pro. I have heard some people say if you want Windows 11 Home, you will have to have a Microsoft account created. So if you don't want a Microsoft account created, you need to go with the Pro version, which I'd recommend the Pro anyway because it has a little bit better security features for you. Then you hit next. Alright, accept the license. Hit next. We want to do a custom install because we've already got partitions on this hard drive because it does have Windows 10 on it. There you want to take them, just start deleting them. Click on the partition, delete, okay. Partition 3, delete, okay. Partition 2, delete, okay. Partition 1, delete, okay. And you want to get it down to where just the one drive is unallocated space. That's all. That's the only drive I have in the system besides the flash drive. And that's an important thing to me. Whenever you're doing this, any other backup or storage drives that you have, I would definitely unplug them. You only want the drive that you want to install Windows in connected to the system. Also, when it comes to the wiring in the back of the PC, I recommend not having anything plugged in that's unnecessary. You have your keyboard, your mouse, your cable going to your monitor, and of course you need your power supply cable. Them's the only cables you really want connected. You can have your internet connected, maybe. We'll find out. If it's anything like Windows 10, if it's connected to the internet, it makes you create a Microsoft account, which we'll see here in a minute or not. So once you get it all down to unallocated space, you hit next, and it's copying and writing the files. Alright guys, looks like it's actually getting ready to finish up here for us. Installing updates, finishing up, restart. Okay, we will restart now. Hey, we got something. That's a little bit new. A little bit of a different layout from Windows 10. Let's see, we're in the US, so yes, that is the correct region. We do want the US keyboard layout, yes. Second layout, nah. Checking for updates already, imagine that. I just downloaded the ISO. Let's name your device. We'll skip the name for now. We don't need to name it. How would you like to set up this device? Set up for personal use, set up for work or school. What's the difference? Well, personal use, use a personal Microsoft account to get set up and have full control over this device. Get access to your organization resources like emails, networks, apps, and services. The organization will have full control over this device. Well, let's do the personal thing. Alright, let's add your Microsoft account. Can we skip this? Alright guys, well we hit our roadblock here. I'm not creating a Microsoft account, and it looks like, just like Windows 10, if you're connected to the internet, it makes you create a Microsoft account. So let me go over here and we'll unplug the Ethernet from it and then see if it will let us create an offline account. Alright, unplug the Ethernet, now we'll restart the computer, and that's mainly just because I don't want a Microsoft account. Then we'll see if it'll let us go through without creating a Microsoft account. Alright, here we go again. Windows 11. Okay, let's do this all again. The right county or region, United States, yes. The US layout, yes. We don't want to add a second one. Alright, I don't have internet. Continue with limited setup. Okay, we can do that. Enter your name. Let's see if it will let us do this. $700 build. Whoops, D, not an S, David. Alright, next. Enter a password. We don't want a password. When you first install Windows, there's going to be a lot of updates and whatnot, and every time you restart the system, you have to put in a password. I'd recommend you using a password, but you want to add that later. You know, that way you don't have to keep typing in that password while you're doing the updates. So we're going to hit next. Choose your privacy settings. This is completely up to you guys, how you guys like to be tracked. Me, I don't want none of this turned on, so I'm going to go down through here. And we will be turning it all off. And we hit accept. Just a moment. Hi. Getting things ready for you. Okay. Must be getting ready to go into the OS finally. This may take a few minutes. Do not turn off your PC. So apparently you don't want to turn off the power supply or hit the power button on your PC at this time. It's just like Windows 10, but it seems like there's the views on it, you know, a little bit different. Like them little blue lights on here is different than what Windows 10 has. The way they got the setup menus is a little bit different, but I think it's going to be pretty well the same operating system with just a little bit of the back end a little bit different. But we'll take a look around and see what's new with it here a little bit today. Almost there. Another half hour. Hey, we got her. Looky there. $700 build. I don't know what this front panel is about or how you get rid of it, or looks like it may be this window down here. Okay, there you go. That's the first look at, well, my first look at the Windows 11 desktop at least. Looks like you got the recycle bin and the Microsoft Edge. Of course, they want you to use Microsoft Edge. Now here we got the Microsoft Store. We have Microsoft Edge, your File Explorer, which I like. Chat, I don't know who you're chatting with. You got widgets. Desktop 1, add a new desktop. Okay, you got your search button here. And then you got your start button right here. Looks kind of like what I've seen. I'm not much of an OS I'm not much of a Mac OS person, but it kind of looks like a Mac OS the way they got all your buttons right there in the middle. instead of over here on the left hand side. Looks like they're kind of going back to Windows 8 or 8.1 with the way these tiles is laid out here. So I don't know if I like that or not. When Windows 10 came out, it was a blessing to me because I was on Windows 8.1 and I just hated it. Search button. I guess it'll be about the same as any other search button right there. Well, there's your calendar, there's your calculator, just by pushing in CAL. Okay, let's try updates. Windows update settings. Okay. And you guys just watched me make this file on this hard drive. And look at all these updates already pending. And of course, I don't have the internet plugged in, so you can tell down here by your internet symbol I don't have internet access. So let me plug the internet back in here. Alright, got the internet plugged back in, guys. It's identifying the internet access. Network, internet access. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and download all these. And you guys just watched me create that ISO image, or the image to download to put Windows 11 on, and we've already got a bunch of updates. You gotta love Windows. They could have added all these into the ISO that I just made, or the USB install disk. It's gonna be about 5 minutes, which my internet ain't the fastest here at the house. I do have to admit that. So let's do we have the, if we left click, we got taskbar settings, but you can't get to your task manager from that. I wonder how you gotta go about getting to your task manager. I don't like that. I don't like change very well. I don't deal with change. Let's go into search here and pull up task manager. There we go. There's task manager. Okay, settings is the only thing running. More details. That pretty well looks like the same task manager, just a different way you have to get into it. You know, you used to just be able to left click on your taskbar and get into your task manager. A couple extra steps there that I feel it's unnecessary. Kind of looks kind of the same as the task manager from Windows 10. It's like I said, a little bit different way of getting into it there. I don't care for that. Yeah, it's pretty good that you memorize it. It just goes down in the middle of your window down there, I guess. Restart now, pending restart, retry, pending restart, retry. Let's retry these before we restart. They're downloading and installing. Something else in the downloads must have been downloaded before that. And this has only been, what, a month and a half, maybe 2 months since Windows 11 has rolled out or been available to use. And you already got all these updates. Pending restart, cumulative updates for Windows 11. Okay, let's go ahead and download and install them too while we're here, since we have it as an option. I don't really know what everybody really wants to see on Windows 11 or whatnot. If there's anything particular you'd like to see about Windows 11 or how you want to get into Windows 11 or whatnot, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get a few of them together, and maybe we'll go through Windows 11 here a little bit better. This is kind of a first look, first impression. You just see me create the USB plug for it to be able to install Windows 11. So this is the first time I'm seeing Windows 11. Like I said, I'm not too sure on what everybody wants to see. I'm not too sure on what everybody wants to see with this, or if you want me to go more in depth on what Windows 11 offers you and how it's different from Windows 10. I think a lot of it is the back side of things with the new overlay 12th gen coming out. You know, with the scheduling of the, what do they call them, P cores and the E cores, or the P cores, the PP cores as I call them. Alright, 100% downloaded, installing, getting there, guys. Now I did see somebody else's video on Windows 11. I've seen a few videos on this, and there is a way you can actually go in and change this to where this Is it over on the left like it used to be? I guess it's under the toolbar settings. I'm not too sure on where it's at. Corner overflow. Taskbar behaviors maybe. Alignment, there we go. You go in here and I guess you can change the alignment of it, center or left. Okay, it looks a little bit more like Windows 10, a little bit more what I'm used to on a Windows operating system anyways. So I think I'll keep it like that. What I do, because I searched for that, it took me away from my updates. Let's go back to the updates to see what's going on with them. Restart now. Well, it ain't quite all the way installed yet, so still waiting on that. I guess we could change our clock and time because it ain't 4:52 right now. I got 7:52, so it's on a different time zone. Date and time. Set automatically. Yeah, it's set to Pacific. I'm on the East Coast. So when you go down here to the East Coast. Okay, now it's up to 7:52. That's about right. Alright, so let's go back to the update page. Let's see if them updates is done yet. It seems like once you get into the settings here, it seems like it's pretty well about the same. There's your accounts, your Bluetooth and devices, your network, internet, personalization, apps. But your personalization is probably going to be limited because I don't have an active account. I didn't activate it. And this build will be coming back a port, so I probably won't be activating it. There we go, up to 77%, 79. We're getting there with the updates. Can we left click on this and unpin this stuff? Okay, that's the same. You can just left click on the icons and you can unpin them from the taskbar. I don't know what this chat is. What's this chat? Meet and chat with friends and family. Stay connected with everybody across your life with Microsoft Teams. No. Don't believe so. Let's, you can't unpin that? Real link digital output audio 100%. I didn't even click on my microphone. Taskbar settings. Chat. We'll turn chat off because we don't use it. Widgets. I don't know if you're a widget user or not, but we can go in here and turn them off because I don't use widgets. Task view. What's task view? Yeah, we can turn task view off. Search. I do like having my search button down there. I do like that one. Go back to the update, see if that's done yet or not, because it was getting awful close to it. Okay, it's all pending restore, so we'll go ahead and restore it now. See how long it takes to get them updated and get restored here. Alright, here we go. It didn't take too long. Getting back to the desktop already, it looks like. There we go, back in the desktop. All my stuff's over here on the left. I did see a video that someone put out about changing your defaults. Ain't as simple as what it used to be. You know, like if you want to use Google Chrome or Firefox or something like that, it ain't as simple as a one button push anymore. Let's try it here. I like Chrome. I've never used Microsoft Edge enough to really get used to it. I've just always used Chrome. Yeah, I'm sure it is recommended. Inspirational, informational, focused. We'll do focused, I guess. I don't know what all this is. Okay, we're done with all that. Welcome to Microsoft Edge. It's time to experience more. I'm not worried about that. I want me a real search engine. Google Chrome. Right down there we go. Chrome, download now. Download Chrome. I'm not worried about making a better experience. Like I said, this ain't my personal rig. Accept and install. Let's open the file. Yes. We'll go ahead and close out Edge. Alright. Apparently Chrome ain't telling you to make it a default. Chrome, usually when you first download Windows 10, there's a pop-up up here. You just hit one button and it makes it your default. We ain't getting that message on this one. We do have it on the desktop, and it does automatically pin to the board, so we can go ahead and get rid of this one. Can we left click and get rid of them? Well, we got here with the left click on an icon, we got open, run as administrator, file location, unpin from start, compress to zip file, copy as path, properties, show more options. I don't know what all them top things is up here. We got cut, copy, paste, rename, share, or delete. So I guess if we do that, it sends it to the recycle bin, or we can drag and drop it just like Windows 10. Don't look like they changed the recycle bin much. Settings, personalization, I guess. You got a couple different backgrounds. Theme, start taskbars, we under systems. Display, sound notifications, power, storage. I wonder if this is like Windows 10, if you got to turn on, yep. This is one thing I would recommend, which Windows 10 had the same thing. Let me show you how to get to that again. You go up to your start, you go to your settings, it's under system, go on down here someplace. Okay, once you're on your systems, you go down here to your storage, and this just kind of helps keep your cache or your temporary files cleaned up. Automatically free up space, delete temporary files, and manage local availability cloud content. You always want to turn this on. I always did this for Windows 10 as well. Click over there and it gives you a little bit more details, a little bit more settings. Going low free space by default, or you can do it every 30 days. Delete the recycle bin every 30 days. You can do it daily, weekly, monthly. Monthly sounds alright, which, like I said, this system ain't going to be staying together anyways. Delete files in my download folders if they haven't been opened for more than well, it's set to never as a default. I don't know, 2 weeks, I guess. And since Windows 11 did so many updates already, let's see if we can clean up some space here. I bet you we can. Done. We were able to save up to 6 megabits of space. Imagine that already. And it's fresh install. Alright, I guess that's the first time I ever downloaded and installed Windows 11. I showed you how to create the USB bootable device for it. I showed you how to install it. My first impressions of it, I ain't too excited about it, to tell you the truth. I probably won't be upgrading my personal system to it. I'm kind of happy with Windows 10. But anyways, it is what it is. I showed you how to personalize some of the taskbar and whatnot. I showed you how to change the time zone that you're in. If you are hooked up to the internet when installing it, it does seem like it's just like Windows 10. It makes you create an online account. So definitely, if you don't want a Microsoft account, make sure you ain't connected to the internet when you go through the setup process of it. But anyways, let me get reset up here and I'll come up with a conclusion to the video for you. Alright everyone, and so that's the way you put Windows 11 on a bootable flash drive. So that's how you install it. And I kind of showed you the interface a little bit there. I never went too far in depth with it because I don't know a whole lot of it myself. Like I said, this is the first time I ever installed it on a system myself. If you'd like me to go a little bit further in depth with it and show you what Windows 11 has compared to Windows 10, leave in the comment section below. Maybe I'll do a video on it. But at my first glance, I ain't too impressed with it. It's just a Windows 10 with a little bit of makeup stuck on it. I don't see much of a reason to upgrade. Whenever Windows 10 came out, I was excited because I was on Windows 8.1 and I hated Windows 8.1. So I was excited whenever Windows 10 came out. This one here, it's so-so. I don't think you're going to see much of a performance boost or anything by upgrading to Windows 11, which of course with the Alder Lake 12th gen Intel out now, you have to have Windows 11 or you can't run them CPUs. So yeah, there is that. AMD and Microsoft has got together supposedly and fixed the slowdown on the Ryzen processor with Windows 11. I hope they're correct on that. I don't plan on upgrading my personal rig anytime soon. Like I said, I don't see no use in it. I'm pretty happy with Windows 10. But if you like this kind of content, go down and hit that like button. If not, go down and hit that dislike button twice. Don't forget that comment section below. I go through them every weekend here on my live stream, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday morning. If you really like this kind of content, maybe hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. That way you're notified next time I put out a video. I go live here on YouTube. Also in the descriptions, there is links down there for Instagram and Twitter. I don't kill your inbox, but I do put up photos of new stuff I have coming in. If there's any information about my live stream, if I got canceled or changed time, that's where you also get that information. With all that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.